How's it, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Extra Turns. On this one, we have a very special guest.
Hi, everybody. I'm Beky, otherwise known as Beky Bell. I am a illustrator, designer, MTG, and esports caster. You might know me from the Venus and Mercury League. I'm here on Extra Turns and ready to play some Commander. And the deck I'm playing today is Sythis, Harvest's Hand. Whenever I cast an enchantment with Sythis out, I get to do the best thing in Magic, which is drawing cards. So I'll be looking to play more Enchantress effects and cast as many powerful enchantments as possible. And then I'll find myself an infinite combo and leave my opponents in the dust.
Hey everyone, I'm Jake, and today I'll be playing Edgar Markov. Edgar lets me churn out a lot of vampires, even while he's just sitting in the command zone. So my goal is to create a giant vampire army, pump them up with Edgar and other vampire lords. Throw in a few life drain effects as well, and I'll bleed my opponents dry in no time.
And my deck is Orvar the Allform. This deck wants to take advantage of Orvar's copying ability by targeting my own permanents with spells, which will let me multiply my mana and recur powerful enter the battlefield effects. Hopefully I can protect my board long enough to lock my opponents out and achieve victory.
Hey everyone, it's Ladee Danger, and today I'll be playing Meren of Clan Neltoth. This deck is all about sacrificing creatures to gain experience with Meren, using her ability to get them back from the graveyard. Then when I have a sacrifice outlet on the board, I'll be able to keep looping my creatures and overwhelm my adversaries with an unstoppable graveyard engine.
All right, it's time to take Orvar the game.
Ready to catch these Harvest Hands?
This is gonna suck for my opponents.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
All right, and I'm going first. Is everybody ready to go?
Oh,
Let's do it.
All right, I will draw for my turn. And I'm gonna just start off simple, Temple Garden, pass.
Very nice. Okay, I'll draw for turn. I'm gonna start off by playing a Badlands, and then I'll pass.
You're bad.
I'm bad.
All right, I'll draw, and I will play a snow-covered island. No jokes, go.
All right, I'll draw for my turn. I will play Forest, look at me go, and then I'll play a Pelt Collector.
Ooh.
Pass the turn, baby.
Doing stuff already?
I'll untap and draw for turn. I will play a Snow-Covered Plains, and then I'm gonna tap 2 and play a Sylvan Library.
Oh my
right.
goodness.
I will pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap and draw. I'm going to play a Path of Ancestry, tapped, and pass.
All right, I'll draw, and I will play a second island. I'll tap 2, and I'll play a Felwar Stone.
That's what I like to see. Tapped blue.
And then, go ahead.
I will untap, draw for turn. Oh, that happened.
I'll fix you. Nobody saw that.
All right, I will play a Swamp, and then I will play a Paradise Druid.
Cool.
And that'll trigger my Pelt Collector because it has a higher power toughness, so it gets a counter. It becomes a 2/2. And then,
Make good choices.
Yeah, we're both green. That means we have to be friends, yeah?
yeah, we're both green and you have it on a Sylvan Library. I'll go ahead and attack you for 2.
Oh!
Fair enough. I'm gonna take 2 and go to 38 life.
Sylvan Library is good, I heard.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm gonna pass the turn to you, Beky.
Cool. I will untap, and in the beginning of my draw step, I'm gonna look at 3 cards because of Sylvan Library. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep all 3 cards, so I'm gonna take 8 life, going to 30.
Oh my god.
Wow.
See?
Playing Sylvan Library the right way.
That's some good old wholesome magic.
They tell me that life is a resource. I'm gonna play a Verdict Catacombs, and I will be sacrificing it. Taking 1 and going to 29. Continuing to use my life as a resource.
I was told life is a highway.
I'm gonna get a snow-covered forest and put it into play and get Sythis out.
Big surprise.
That's what you play a 2-mana commander for, right?
Yep, that's why you attack on turn 2.
Then I'm gonna tap my Temple Garden for a green and cast Exploration.
No.
This will trigger Sythis, so I will draw a card and gain a life. Going to 30, and
God,
then...
it's happening already.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it could be worse. I could have a land to play after that, and I don't.
Oh, wow.
So,
Good.
You're not all out of the woods just yet.
I hate to revel in the misery of others, but I'm not that sad about that.
Then I'm gonna be going to my end step, and I'll be discarding a card to hand size, and I'm gonna discard a Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
High-class problems over there.
I don't need 2 ways to play
Sure,
extra
yeah.
lands on a turn.
Especially since we know you don't have any lands.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm going to untap and draw for turn. I'm going to play a plateau. And then I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna cast Torian Mauler.
Okay.
It's got changeling, so it's a vampire spell, so I'm gonna have 2 triggers. Path of Ancestry, which lets me scry 1. So I'm gonna look at the top card of my deck, and I like that, so I'm gonna leave that there. And then it's also a vampire spell because it has changeling.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get a 1/1 vampire from Edgar Markov's Eminence.
Nice.
It's Mel Lee.
Oh, yay!
All right, so I got my Mel Lee, I got my Torian Mauler. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm gonna pass to Josh.
All right, I will untap. I will draw. I'll play my land for turn, and then I will tap 4, and I will play Orvar, the All Form.
Yipes. Well, that is a spell, so that's gonna trigger my Torian Mauler, and he'll get a +1/+1 counter, and now he's a 3/3.
And then that's all I can do, so I'll pass the turn. I think it's gonna be like a 10-10 by the time it gets back.
I sure hope
Probably.
I will untap, draw for turn. I will play a swamp and then tap 4 and play my commander, Meren of Clan Neltoth.
See, it's just a commander party.
You
It
know,
begins. That's casting a spell, of course, so my Torian Mauler is gonna get another 1/1 counter, and so now it's a 4/4.
yeah, that's nice. All right, well, I played Meren and she is bigger than Pelt Collector, so I get another counter.
So it's a 3/3?
It is a 3/3 now, and I think I'm gonna need a blocker. So I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
All right, I'm going to untap and trigger Sylvan Library, look at some cards.
Sure.
I am going to be taking 8 again.
Yeah!
That's what I'm talking about. Life is a resource.
I don't think you guys understand that. That's bad when she does that. For us.
Bad and good.
All right, but to start off, I'm going to tap a green and play an Elephant Grass.
Wow, that's a really good
I
card.
hate that.
Propaganda-ish.
This will trigger Sythis, and I will gain a life and draw a card.
That's another spell, so Torian Mauler is gonna trigger again. I'll get another counter. It's a 5/5 now.
All right, and I guess I just got to keep trying to find myself some lands, so I will tap 2 and cast Sterling Growth.
Oh my goodness.
This will trigger Sythis. I will gain a life, draw a card,
Torian Mauler triggers again. He gets another counter.
and I did not draw lands. I'm missing a land drop after
Only
all
drew
of
5
that.
cards. 5 cards. Wow.
Love to hear.
Which, by the way, is about the only thing keeping you reasonable.
All right, and then I'm gonna go to the end of my turn and decide which 3 cards from my hand I want to discard.
Oh my goodness.
I will be discarding a Sun Titan, an Eladamri's Call, and an Aura of Silence.
Sun Titan!
Sun Titan! All right, goes to me.
Yep, goes to you.
All right, I'm gonna untap and draw for turn. I'm gonna play a command tower, and then I will go to combat. And Becky, I can't attack you without spending my manas. And Ladee, it's probably good for you if your creatures die. So Josh, I've got 6 coming your way.
Yeah, well,
You can cast a spell about it and make it 7.
what I'm gonna do is take 6 damage.
Woo!
And I will go to 34.
Yay, somebody else is hurt.
I'm gonna leave a blocker up and pass the turn.
Interesting. You're not gonna play anything?
No.
Kind of weird that you didn't want to attack me because you didn't want to spend your mana.
Yeah.
And then you don't
Didn't
spend your mana.
I will untap, and then I will draw a card for turn. And I will play Surprise an Island.
Woo.
All right, I'm gonna tap 2. I'm gonna play a Sapphire Medallion.
Love that.
That's gonna trigger Torian Mauler.
Yep.
Gets a counter and goes to a 7/7.
Yep. Then I'm gonna tap 2 because my blue spells are now reduced by 1, and I'll play a Wavebreak Hippocamp.
Ooh.
That seems good.
Torian Mauler's gonna grow again. It is an 8/8.
Question is if I want to swing at Jake here. I'm scared of 4 mana open.
If I had to
It's
take a
it's
guess,
a removal spell, right?
it's gotta be for Becky. It's gotta be.
For the Sterling Grove, though, but then that doesn't do a lot. He's gonna have to team up with you to get rid of 2 things. I don't know what he's doing over there.
I don't either.
I just gotta make at least 1 token of something this game, so I'm just not gonna risk my Orvar. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn. I don't know what's going on.
That's fair.
Just be
It's making
safe.
me nervous.
I love that.
Lady, go ahead.
All right, I will untap and draw for turn.
Do you have a removal spell for an enchantment? So I'm just saying, like, she's discarding like 17 cards per turn to hand size. Getting rid of Sterling Grove, then Sylvan Library seems like it sets her back quite a ways.
I can get rid of the Sterling Grove.
And then after that's gone, it's
Yeah,
normal.
if you get rid of the Sterling Grove, I can get rid of the Sylvan Library.
That would make me very sad.
All right, well, I'm gonna go to combat.
Okay, when you go to combat, I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to cast Chaos Warp on Sterling Grove.
Oh.
Oh, this is interesting because it doesn't get.
I know. Against this deck, it's not
I thought it was English on making or something. Yeah,
It
that's
might
funny.
be something worse.
That's funny.
Okay, so you're gonna shuffle Sterling Grove into your library.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And then you'll reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent, it goes into play.
All right, give it a cut, Jake. You have to be responsible.
All right, I've got a very bad feeling that this is a super good card, right?
What's the
There.
worst card in your deck it could be?
Mirage Witch
Oh, that would be
is
horrible.
Or like
Bad,
Zendikar
right?
Resurgent.
Oh no.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is a monologue tax.
Okay, that's not too
okay.
bad.
Okay.
So that comes into the battlefield.
Yep.
That's not so bad.
That's not so bad.
Okay, so we're back in combat now.
Well, I'm not gonna attack anybody. I'll go to my second main phase, and then I will play a Reclamation Sage, targeting your Sylvan Library.
I'm very sad.
I'm doing you a favor so you don't kill yourself.
Saving you from yourself.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
Okay.
what true friends do.
If I don't find a land, though, I will hold you personally responsible.
Reclamation Sage is a spell, so that's going to trigger Torian Mauler. It's at 7 counters now, so it's a 9/9.
That thing is getting terrifying.
Yep.
Yeah, very scary.
I'll pass the turn to you.
All right, we're gonna go to my untap and upkeep. I have a trigger of elephant grass.
Well, well.
I didn't think of the cumulative upkeep.
Yeah. I think I'm letting elephant grass go, and I might regret that, but I think I need the mana this turn.
You gotta be able to cast as many enchantments as possible.
Exactly. All right, so with that, I'm gonna go to my draw step. All right, well, we didn't draw a land.
She's gonna play some enchantments though.
I'm gonna tap 2 and then enchant my Temple Garden with Fertile Ground.
Nice.
This is gonna trigger Sythis. I will gain a life. Let's go to 25. Draw a card.
Coming back.
Can we find
Highway
it?
is growing.
No.
Wow.
Torian Mauler's going to trigger again. So it's now a 10/10.
It's gonna get even bigger.
Oh my god, that card.
I will tap for 2 white, and I'm gonna cast a Rest in Peace.
Oh no!
Okay.
This is gonna trigger Sythis. I'm going to gain a life, withdraw a card.
That also triggers Torian Mauler.
You have cards in your graveyard, they are now exiled.
Well, I don't have any cards in my graveyard.
So
Yeah,
at least
but-
there's that.
Wow. It turns off your whole deck. Is this from anywhere?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
That's real bad.
You did destroy my Sylvan Library, so this is at least a little bit of.
Yeah.
I have to get back a little bit.
Yep. Yes, I did, but.
You could get rid of this. I don't care about this. This was really just a way for me to draw this.
Oh, you made it land.
A land.
I made it, but I have no 1 mana enchantments to cast, so that's going to be the end of my turn. Go to you.
All right, I'm going to go to untap and draw my card for turn. I'm going to play a Clifftop Retreat.
Yep.
And then I'm going to tap 5, and I'm going to cast Karazakar, the Eye Tyrant.
Whoa.
Sweet.
And then, Becky, I could swing 12 at you and tap your commander and goad it and kind of mess you
Just
up pretty
really
bad.
beat me up. I get it.
But Ladee Danger really doesn't want things to be destroyed because of that Rest in Peace. So I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing my Vampire Melody token and my Torian Mauler at Ladee. That's going to trigger Karazakar, the Eye Tyrant. I'm going to goad Meren.
So Meren's tapped and must attack next turn if able.
That's right. He cannot attack me.
Well, that part I don't like.
I think we had a good run
As friends.
as friends.
We were never friends.
All right, so you got 12 damage coming at you.
Okay, I will block the Torian Mauler with the Paradise Druid. I will take 1 and go to 39.
It doesn't trigger Meren, right? Wouldn't that get an XP counter normally?
Yeah, normally.
Rest in peace.
All right, Josh, it's all you.
On your end step, Jake, I am going to tap a blue, and I'm going to play Shadow Rift, targeting my Wave Break Hippocamp. Because Orvar is out, when I target the Wave Break Hippocamp,
Oh, wow.
I'll have 2 triggers. One is to make a token copy of the Hippocamp, but also it'll trigger the Hippocamp, so I'll draw a card.
That also triggers Torian Mauler, and it's now 12/12.
Okay, the coolest token I've ever seen. I have 2 Wave Break Hippocamps now.
Wow. It looks just like it.
It does.
And then when the Shadow Rift resolves, I will draw a card. And then I will go to my turn. I will untap. I will draw, play another island.
Surprise, surprise.
All right. I am going to begin by tapping 3. Remember, reduced by 1 because of that Sapphire Medallion.
Card.
And I'm going to cast Spark Double.
Ooh.
And I am going to copy my Orvar.
Okay.
It can do legendary stuff.
Well, that's going to trigger Torian Mauler. It's now a 13/13.
Yep. And that will come into play with a 1/1 counter, so it's a 4/4. Then I'm going to tap a blue, and I'm going to play Trait Doctoring.
What is that?
Excuse me?
So I'm going to target my island.
What?
So I'm going to turn my island into a forest. That's targeting it with a spell, so I'm gonna make an island.
You got a land token.
And they say blue doesn't have ramp.
If you were playing an Orvar deck, it does.
And because I have 2 Orvars, that means I actually get 2 islands.
Oh gosh.
Then I will cipher the trait doctoring onto my token Wavebreak Hippocamp. So that means if it deals combat damage, then I can cast the spell again.
And then the trait doctoring is going to trigger monologue tax, and I will get a treasure.
That also triggers Torian Mauler again. Now it's 14-14.
Yes, it does.
Jeez.
All right, then I'm gonna go to combat, and Becky,
Yep.
I'm gonna swing at you with a 2/2 Wavebreak Hippocamp.
Sythis is a 1/2. I don't want to block with Sythis. I will take 2.
All right, on combat damage, Trait Doctoring will trigger, and I will cast a copy of it. Then I'm gonna target one of these other islands to make it into a forest, which will make me 2 islands again. So these 2 are forests.
Okay.
It only turns into a forest until end of turn, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Cypher is casting a spell, so I'm gonna get another counter. It's now 15-15.
All right,
On that attack, Karazakar is gonna trigger. We both draw a card and lose a life.
okay. So I'll go to 33.
And I'll go to 39.
That is all I can do right now, so I will pass the turn to you, Ms. Danger.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. I will untap all of my cards, draw for turn. Alrighty. Then I will play a Mosswork Bridge, and that has Hideaway. So I'm gonna look at the top 4 cards in my deck, and I'm gonna put 1 underneath, and the rest go on the bottom of my library.
Hope it was worth it.
Oh, it's worth it.
I don't like the sound of that.
It was a little scary.
All right, I will tap 2 and play Carrier Thrall.
Torian Mauler triggers again. So now it's a 16-16.
Oh my lord.
Like that.
Oh lord.
All right, so I'll go ahead and move to combat. And unfortunately, this is not what I want to do, Becky, because my commander is goaded from Jake's Beholder over there. I have to attack
Yeah,
you.
fair enough.
And I will attack you with my Meren.
All right, I will take 3. Go to 21.
On that attack, Karazakar is gonna trigger. We both draw a card and lose a life.
Oh, yeah.
So we both go to 38.
And I'll pass the turn to you. I'm sorry.
On your end step, lady, I'm going to tap an island, and I am going to play Twisted Image, and I will switch the power and toughness of target creature. I will target my Wavebreak Hippocamp. So because I have 2 Orvars, I will make 2 more Wavebreak Hippocamps. But also, the other 2 Wavebreak Hippocamps will each trigger, so I'm gonna end up drawing 3 cards. Ancestral Recall is my playmat. Just want to point that out.
Flavorful.
Yeah.
I'll get another counter on Torian Mauler, so now it's a 17-17.
All right, so 2 more Hippocamps, and then I will draw 3 cards.
That's what I call value.
It's crazy. I hope nothing happens. Everybody be nice to me.
Okay, that's all I'm doing on the end step. So.
Okay, I will go to my untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a snow-covered forest.
Found one!
We found one! Woo!
You got 7 mana to work with this turn, so.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. All right, I will start by tapping 3, and then I'm going to cast Solitary Confinement.
Oh.
This will trigger Sythis. I will gain a life and draw a card.
This will trigger Torian Mauler. I'll reluctantly get another counter. It's now an
Boy,
18-18.
oh boy, oh boy. Seems pretty good.
I have an exploration, so I will play a second land for turn in the form of a Wooded Foothills.
Nice.
I think I'm just going to leave it and pass to you. I've got a little bit of a breather.
All right, I am going to untap and then draw for turn. I'm gonna play a land,
Sounds good.
and then I will tap 2 and cast Demonic Tutor.
Oh. Well, he's got the best thing now.
So I will search my library, and then I will go get this card, and it will go into my hand.
I have a feeling we're going to be seeing that card very soon.
Definitely. I'm gonna tap 1 red and cast Blasphemous Act.
Oh, that
All
is
my
your
red.
second spell for the turn, so I will make a treasure
Oh, yeah.
off of monologue tax.
In response,
No.
I'm going to tap 3, reduce by 1 because of the Sapphire Medallion, and I will flash out Venzer, Shaper Savant. This is the first spell I've cast during your turn, Jake.
Okay.
So I'll draw the 4 cards, 1 for each Wavebreak Hippocamp.
Wow.
What a cool card.
That Venzer is gonna trigger Torian Mauler, so that trigger goes on the stack as well.
Yep.
So it's now a 19-19.
Yep. Okay, didn't draw what I wanted, so Venzer's gonna ETB, and then he will trigger, and I get to bounce a permanent or spell, and I'm going to actually target the Rest in Peace.
Wow.
Do my best to get you on your feet here.
I'm not going to do anything about that. Rest in peace will go back to my hand.
Thank you.
I was doing you a solid. Okay. And then, yeah, Blasphemous Act will... And then, yeah, Blasphemous Act will... Well, my whole board dies.
My Torian Mauler endures, though.
That's crazy.
Yikes.
Boom.
Okay.
So I had 3 creatures die other than Meren, so I'm gonna get 3 experience counters. And when Carrier Thrall dies, I get a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion. Nice chump blocker there.
Before I move to combat,
Okay.
I'm going to tap 1 and cast Gamble.
Ooh, a cool gamble.
That's a very cool gamble.
Gamble.
So I'm going to search my library for something really cool. Then I randomly discard 1 card. I've only got 4 cards in my hand, so it's kind of risky.
It'll be the 5th
Okay.
one, though. You get 20% chance only of losing
Yeah.
it.
So I'm going to choose this card, and now at random, I must discard 1 card from my...
How do we determine random?
All right, Becky, I'm going to let you choose.
Can we just go with this one?
Okay, that one.
That one has bad vibes to me.
So that is the one that gets discarded.
What is it?
Legion's Lieutenant. Okay.
Okay.
A modest
Probably
little card.
not the card that you searched for.
It would be really weird if that was the card he was like, I need that right now.
I need that today.
You know what I need right now? Legion's Lieutenant.
Yeah. All right, so then I'm going to tap 2, again, before combat, and play Blood Artist. I tapped Path of Ancestry, and that shares a creature type with my commander, so I get to scry 1. I'll look at the top card of my deck, and I will leave that on top. That's going to trigger Edgar Markov as well, because that's a vampire spell. I get another melee.
Yay!
Man, Eminence is so good.
So I'm going to go to combat. Josh, you know this is coming right at you. I'm going to swing 19
That's a
at your
lot.
face.
Not enough to just blow up my whole board, but also gotta knock off more than half my life.
Yeah.
See.
Okay, yep, I obviously have nothing left for some reason, and I will go to 14.
I wonder whose fault that could be.
That's it. I'm going to pass a turn and wish you luck.
Wow, that was a heck of a turn.
How'd you do all that with 6 mana?
I don't know what happened here. This got crazy.
All right, so I will untap all of this, and then I will go to draw my card for the turn. I know what I'm doing first, because my deck does one thing. So I'm gonna tap 5, and I am going to recast Orvar.
Ooh.
Nice.
He is still all the forms.
Orvar, gosh.
Orvar is going to trigger Torian Mauler. So now it's a 2020.
2020, you say?
Oh, God.
Then I'm gonna tap 4, and I'm going to play Peregrine Drake.
No.
Oh no.
That is going to, when it enters the battlefield, untap 5 lands. That is my second spell.
That is your second spell, so I will just go ahead and have 3 treasures here. We'll use the gold one for good luck.
Okay.
The Peregrine Drake is going to trigger Torian Mauler too. So that is a 21-21 Torian Mauler.
All right. Then I'm going to tap 2 and I'm going to play Spellseeker.
Oh no.
So I can find a 2 mana cost instant or sorcery.
That could bounce something?
I could think about this for a while, but I think it's probably right to just get Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, I think so. To be honest, yeah.
So I will put that into my hand, and then I'm gonna play my land for turn. It's getting complicated. So I'm gonna pay 1. I'm gonna cast Cerulean Wisps, targeting the Peregrine Drake.
So you make a copy.
That will make a copy of the Peregrine Drake.
Torian Mauler is going to trigger. It is now a 23-23.
All right, and when that enters the battlefield, I will untap 5 lands.
Great.
Cool.
And then Cerulean Wisp will resolve, turn my Peregrine Drake blue, and I will draw a card. All right, and then I'm going to cast Augur of Bolus. I'll reveal the top 3 cards in my library, and I can put an instant or sorcery into my hand. So we've got 1, 2, we whiffed.
Whoa!
Oh, you don't have to reveal off of Agropolis.
You and revealing.
Those will go on the bottom.
Lucky us.
Torian Mauler is going to trigger, so it's a 24-24 now.
Okay, then I am going to tap 2, and I'm going to play a weird card, Political Trickery. So I exchange a land I control, a target land I control, with a target land an opponent controls. I'm going to choose my tapped token island and Becky's enchanted temple garden.
Torian Mauler is going to trigger off of that, so now it is a 25-25.
All right, well, in response, I'm going to start by sacrificing Wooded Foothills. Lose a life. I'll go to 21, and I'm gonna search for a Canopy Vista. And then I'm going to tap it for white and cast Enlightened Tutor.
Okay.
Torian Mauler will trigger, and now it's a 26-26.
I'm going to find Earthcraft and put that card on top of my library.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to cast Teferi's Protection.
Okay. Becky strikes me as a person who knows what she's doing, so this might be the incorrect choice, but I will not respond to that.
Okay.
So you are gone.
I'm phased out.
All right. I forgot to mention, but when I targeted my own island, I do get to make a token copy of it.
Yep.
But I don't get to steal anything, which is a little bit saddening. All right, and then I'm going to tap 2 and play Swiftfoot Boots, and I will equip it to Orvar. And I will tap 2 more, and I will play Mind Stone. And that will end my turn. Ladee Danger, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna untap and draw my card for turn. Then I'll play Golgari Rot Farm,
Okay.
and I'm going to be bouncing the swamp.
Do you want
back
to float
from
the
hand.
mana for it?
I'm not gonna use the mana, so I won't float it.
Okay.
And I will pass my turn.
Whoa.
Spooky girl.
I guess I'm phasing back in. All right. At my upkeep, I'm going to discard Rest in Peace to keep Solitary Confinement around. You're welcome, Ladee Danger.
You are a gem. I respect you so deeply.
And I skip my draw step, so I don't get to draw that Earthcraft that's on top of my deck just yet.
I have a feeling you're going to be able to do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and start by sacrificing all these lovely treasures to give myself 3 white mana.
Those are lovely treasures.
They are lovely. I will start by casting Mesa Enchantress.
Triggers Tori and Mahler. 27-27.
I like how as
right.
soon as you knew about Psych Rift, it was like you got real lazy about keeping track of it.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
even
it doesn't matter.
All right, and then I will tap 3 and cast Squirrel Nest targeting this forest.
Okay, yeah. I guess if you go get Earthcraft, we know you already have
Yeah.
Squirrel Nest, so it's not surprising.
This will trigger Mesa Enchantress, and I will draw the card that is on top of my deck. Would you look at that?
Oh no.
Yep, and speaking of which, I will play said Earthcraft.
There it is.
It's the combo.
This will trigger Mesa Enchantress, and I will draw a card.
Okay, all set up.
All set up, and now I just need to wait for it to get back to my turn and make a bunch of squirrels.
Well, probably Lady's End Step, right?
Probably Lady's End Step, unless push comes to shove and I have.
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
need
in
Mighty
dire
Blockers.
need. Yeah, you know.
Tori Mahler's gonna trigger. It's a 28-28 now.
Woo! All right, I will pass then to Jake.
Okay, I'm gonna untap and draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Temple of Triumph.
Yep.
So I'll scry 1, look at the top card of my library. It's a bad one, so I'm gonna put that on the bottom. And then I'm gonna pay 3 and cast Mask of Grizzlebrand.
Oh, new card.
I'm going to pay 3 and equip Mask of Grizzlebrand to Tori Muller.
In response to the equip, Jake boss,
Okay, so it's not equipped yet.
I will be targeting your Torian Mauler with Death Sprout.
Well, that's just rotten.
And I can just search my library for basic land card.
All right, well, I have a Blood Artist trigger. All right, ladies at 38, it may as well be. I'm Josh, I'm gonna get you for 1.
And I'll take 1 and go to 13.
And I'll gain 1, go to 39.
And I'll find a forest and put it into play tap.
I'm gonna go to combat now.
Yeah, you will.
And I'm gonna swing Melee at you, Ladee Danger.
Sick. I'll take 1 and go to 37.
And that friendship is really and truly over.
We're going through something right now. I'll pass the turn to you, Josh.
All right, on your end step, I'm going to tap 2.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to cast Ghostly Flicker. And I'm going to target the Spellseeker and the Augur of Bolus.
That's good.
I've targeted 2 separate things, but Orvar only allows me to make a copy of 1 of the things I target with any given spell.
Oh, darn.
So I'll make a token of the Spellseeker.
Wow.
Okay, so when the Spellseeker enters the battlefield, I will search my library for a 2 CMC instant or sorcery. What's going to happen here is both of the Spellseeker and the Augur of Bolus are going to flicker out and come back in. So is it okay if I just find both the spells?
Yeah.
Okay. So the 2 cards I'm going to find are Whim of Volrath, which is a buyback instant, and Shimmering Mirage. All right.
Classics.
And then Augur of Bolus will come in. This one, I don't have to reveal I've learned, so I'm just going to look at the top 3.
Cool.
Hopefully there's an instant or sorcery there. There is an instant or sorcery. It is Enervate, so I'll reveal that and put the other 2 on the bottom.
Definitely all cards I've seen before playing Magic the Gathering.
Totally.
Oh, sorry. Ghostly Flicker is in the graveyard. All right, then I'm going to pay 1, cast Shimmering Mirage, targeting one of my islands and turning it into a basic land type of my choice, which will be island. And I will draw a card. And when I target that land with a spell, I will make a token copy of it. Okay, and then I will go to my untap and I will draw for turn. All right, I'll play my land and then I'll play Mana Crypt. I'm gonna tap the
More
Crypt
mana.
and the Mind Stone, and I'm gonna play Commander Sphere.
You got enough mana over there?
Yeah, maybe. See if I can add more. I'll tap those 2 and I will play Arcane Signet. Down to 3 cards in hand.
It'd be a shame if everybody got rid of artifacts.
Yeah, and then I think that is all I'm going to do. Ladee Danger, it is your turn.
Okay. Now you just made my life really hard.
I think you have earned that.
Hey, I also made it easier
I'll draw
earlier.
for turn. Yeah. All right, I'm going to play Swamp.
Your land game is on point.
Then I'm going to play Final Parting.
Ooh.
Is it double tutor?
Yeah, search for 2 cards, put one into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So I will choose to put Hope of Gearper in my graveyard. And I'll put this card, which I don't have to reveal, into my hand.
Spooky.
What could it be?
She seems pretty smug about it, whatever it is. Makes me a little scared, yeah.
And then, pass my turn.
On your end step. I will start by tapping the snow-covered forest to activate Squirrel Nest and make a squirrel. Then I will be using Earthcraft's ability to tap a squirrel to untap a basic land, untapping the snow-covered forest. I'm gonna repeat this process about 5,000 times.
So at the end of this, you end up with 5,000 squirrels, one of which is untapped.
One of which is untapped.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it because I'm not sure it matters that much. I will tap for 6 because it's reduced by 1 for Sapphire Medallion, and I will overload Cyclonic Rift.
Let's just scoop all of our non-lands up.
Ew.
Goodbye, my squirrels.
Goodbye, sweet squirrels.
And then,
And then I get to go to my turn?
While you're tapped out, I suppose I should
okay.
do this now.
Okay.
I am going to pay 3, again, reduced by 1 because of the Sapphire Medallion, and I'm gonna play Whim of Volrath with buyback,
Okay.
targeting my Peregrine Drake. So that's gonna make a token copy of the Peregrine Drake.
does this go infinite?
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just keep track of it. It's very similar to the Earthcraft Squirrel
okay,
thing, right?
yeah.
Because what happens is the token comes in, so now I've got 2 token Peregrine Drakes, and when it enters the battlefield, I'm gonna untap 5 lands.
And
1,
you just
2,
buy it
3,
back.
4, 5, right? And because it only costs me 2 mana to do that, and I gain 3 mana every time, I will create infinite Peregrine Drakes. Sorry, I'll create 5,000.
There we go.
Peregrine Drakes, and I will float 15,000 mana. With the 15,000 blue mana floating, I will play Whim of Volrath targeting my Commander Sphere. I will spend 300 of my 15,000 mana and make 100 Commander Spheres. And, all right, then I have 100 Commander Spheres.
Okay.
We're all in agreement there, and
Yeah.
14,700 mana.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna just start sacking Commander Spheres one at a time to draw. So I'm just gonna draw until I decide to stop. And all these will be untapped.
Yep.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No, I'm just looking to go until I have enough probably protection.
Your 5,000 Peregrine
Yeah,
Drakes?
I'll just start by like drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. How about that?
I think maybe you should go for at least 30 more.
I will go ahead and just let the floating mana dissolve, and I will be here with 70 Commander Spheres.
And
5,000 Peregrine Drakes. And I can do the Peregrine Drake again at any time because I still have the buyback card. So,
Yep.
Becky, go ahead.
All right, well, I think anything I could possibly do is just gonna get removed, but I will draw a card because I no longer have solitary confinement in play. So I get to do that like normal.
That's great.
It's so cool. All of a sudden, remembering that I did not have a lot of mana in this game.
You really didn't, so it's kind of impressive. Like, come on, let's be real.
That's true, that's true. I'm gonna recast Mesa Enchantress.
Ooh.
And even if I was gonna make infant squirrels again, they're all tapped, and they also don't fly, so they can't protect me against Peregrine Drake.
I don't think you have enough mana anymore to do it, right?
Nope, especially not with Mesa Enchantress in play, I would have had to not cast Solitary Confinement again, and I just have to hope that for some reason you didn't put something in your deck that can remove Solitary Confinement. But this will trigger Mesa Enchantress, I will draw a card, and go to you.
Great. Well, I'll untap and drop return, and then I'm gonna tap 5 and cast Coat of Arms.
So all the Peregrine Drakes are plus 5,000, plus 5,000? Nice
Silly
round
me.
numbers.
And then I'll tap 2.
5,001.
Cast Blood Artist. Most importantly, when I cast this Blood Artist, I'm going to get another vampire, which combos incredibly well with Coat of Arms because they'll each give each other +1/+1.
Wow.
Not just that though. Orvar, it has Changeling, so they get an additional +1/+1.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's
Orvar's
true.
also a Drake, so yeah, okay.
But it doesn't stop there. The value train keeps going. Path of Ancestry triggers, and I get to scry 1. I like this land, so I'll keep it on top. And I'll pass.
All right. Okay, I will untap. I do have a mana crypt, so
Yeah,
yeah, that's got a trigger. Odds I take damage, evens I don't.
sure.
Can I borrow your battlefield?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take 3 and go to 10. All right.
You don't seem to have a lot going on. Can I borrow your entire side of the board?
You know, you could have started at the beginning of the game and I would have let you.
Oh, let's draw my card for turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thing to
Totally
remember.
mattered. And then I'm going to split this evenly, which I think means 1,334 drakes at each.
You will have to find a way to remove solitary confinement if
yeah.
you'd like them to deal damage to me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. Sorry, before, whatever. It won't matter if I'm in combat or not, but I will blink of an eye.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. Get rid of that solitary confinement. And then I will go to combat, and I will swing 1,334 drakes at Beky and Jake, and 1,333. No, that's only 4,000 drakes.
Yeah, you got
Crap.
And they all have
You gotta do the math.
5,000 divided by 3 is... I'll swing a lot of drakes at all.
Well, I'm at
Enough?
39.
And they all have 5,000 power, so
Yeah.
really only one has
One
to get
needs
through.
to go
Okay,
to each
well,
of us.
I'm just saying, out in the world, in case this is a possibility, I'm gonna play Arachnogenesis
Whoa!
Wow.
and hope that you don't have a counterspell
Well,
and the rest of those cards.
I did draw 30 cards, and I can draw the rest of my deck if I need to, but I don't, so I will... I'll go ahead and just tap 5, and I will play Sublime Epiphany,
Yeah.
and I will counter target spell, and I'll ignore the rest of the modes.
And then we all get killed by monkey wrench drakes.
Monkey Wrench Strikes, no! Alright, good game, everybody! Yay! Good game.
Oh my gosh.
Good game. And then my drakes win the game.
Victory.